Nile zone at large. Their golden chance came, they did not utilize it very well. Now other clubs are coming on board. You talk about Coach Urban, you mention teams like Koboko Rising Stars, you talk about Odamataku Central Football Club. They gave the chance for Araka to go past them. They spoiled everything. Now it is the moment for the other teams to sign, go above Araka, and things are now going the other way in the contrary way. Also surprised because this is African football and regionalizing it. This is Western Regional League whereby you don't expect a team to always dominate every season. I think they need time. They need to go back to their drawing board where the challenge is it from the technical team, is it from the players, is after what they need to sit down and address if they are to come back to their glorious moments. Otherwise, to me, I see it is the time for the other teams like Koboko Rising Stars. You may mention teams like Otamatako Sendo to sign.
Okay, a very interesting game, probably to say right there. Now, of course, in the FUFA Big League yesterday, also a couple of games took place, and out of this, you did see, of course, games that went on for some teams in the last game, others having their second last game, and a lot of things that came through. Now, let's start with the big league games that went on yesterday. You did see team of Blacks Power beating Gaddafi at Blacks Power's home. That was 2-1. Then you saw Boma losing to, of course, Busoga by 2-1, and then Calvary beating Onduparaka by 1-0, whereas Karo Karunji also played and beat Mida by 2-1, and Kataka Football Club beat, that is Ntunga Saze, by 3-0 right there. Now, of course, if you look at how the table right now is standing in the FUFA Big League after, of course, teams have played, I just need to retrieve for you a little bit here. Blacks Power takes the lead with 29 points, followed by, of course, Gaddafi. And that has 29 points to their name. Blacks Power has played already all the 13 games. Then, of course, the team of Calvary comes right there after playing, of course, 13 games with the 24 points. And then Buhimba also has 22 points, and Nduparaka with 22 points to their name right there. And Pai the Black Angels are still having a game at hand to be played, and they are 19 points, whereas Buhimba has also 2 games to be played, by the way, at hand, and they are 22 points already. So this is so interesting and so challenging. But Kataka at number 7 with 19 points, whereas Chiinda with, of course, 16 points. Calvary's next trip is to Blacks Power Football Club. Not Blacks Power, but by the Black Angels. Then you have Busoga, that is with 14 points, while Boma is with 13 points. Chigezi is right here with 12 points, whereas the team of Ntunga Stars with 12 points. Arua Hill still at the relegation battle with 10 points, and Maida at 8 points right there. So that's how exactly it is, but most of the games are getting done this coming week. So a lot of things, I mean, this week, things are coming in there, but teams have not qualified. Quite an interesting one. Onduparaka against Calvary was a tough game, and indeed, that one goal from Oloboro Lawrence separated the two, but of course intense game and a game of high intensity yesterday. What next in the second round? This is January also.
Yeah, truly halfway the season is done, and we're already into January, a new year, and I am so proud of the performances of the teams that are from Western Nile region, with the exception of only Arua Hill Sports Club. That's a halfway a Western Nile based club, and also halfway on the other side. You look at these teams, you talk about on the Paraka Football Club, you talk about Calvary, not forgetting about Paida Black Angels. You look at the highlights of the table standing right now. The most interesting thing is we have 3 clubs from Western Nile region that are sitting in top 6, probably top 5 there. On the Paraka is one of them, Calvary is one of them, and also the team in the names of Paida Black Angels. And when Paida Black Angels came into the league, most of the people looked at them as an underdog, because not only in Africa, all over the world, when a team is newly promoted into a higher league like this, people always expect relegation on their side. But this is a team that is right now performing very well. If you look at the teams with whom they were promoted together, most of them are sitting somewhere down in the relegation zone. But for them, they are proving so hard for the most of the teams. And Onduparaka is also one team that is performing very well. Last season, things fell towards the closing edges, but this time they want to prove to the world that this is their time to go back. And Calvary, for a number of years, they have been into the league. They also feel that this is the right time for them to move their leg. I think the way I'm seeing, either if things move this way, if politics is not applied, I think there is a very big chance with are likely to promote two teams from the side of that Western Nile as far as Uganda Premier League is concerned. And that is something that will make Western Isles very proud, because right now there is no any other representative from the region. When we talk about StarTimes Uganda Premier League, at least this time I anticipate two teams from Western Isles region to go to the top tier in case politics is not going to take its role.
Football politics will always be there. It's football politics that will always be there. Chigezi Homeboys against Buhimba is the next games, and then you have Arua Hill that will be playing Boma, and then you have Buhimba again that will have to play, of course, the team of Chiinda. So Buhimba is playing tomorrow again. Then they will play another game with Chiinda on 19th, and then you will be having, of course, Busoga Blacks Power, whereas Gaddafi playing Kataka, while Mida will be playing Chigeze Homeboys on 19th. And at the same time, you have the team of Ntunga Saze that will be playing Maira Football Club, whereas Ntunga Saze will be playing Karo Karunji, and then you have Paida Black Angels that will be playing Calvary Football Club. And then you have Buhimba again on first that will play Calvary Football Club to see things that is going to be in the second round now, to see how things will be starting for the games in the second round. So a very tough game it will be in the first round, and then second round that will also be coming right there. And this is going to be so interesting, where Onduparaka will have to travel to Paida Black Angel and start their game over the opener.
Before we move to another session, and one thing that has been bit in my understanding is the issue of fixtures being postponed here and there. And of course, at the end of the season like this, it affects other teams. Like right now, the first phase of the season is almost coming to an end, and we have seen some teams
getting done already with their games.
With the first phase, others are still left with a fixer, others are left with the two of them. And to me, this one at the end, it may bring the issue of match fixing. And I love the way how Europeans do their things and how the other teams from maybe South America, Asia, they do their things. Yes, we understand that other issues are there that can make fixers to be postponed. At least you make those fixers to be played earlier before the end of the first phase like this, whereas before the end of the season like this. Why am I saying so? At least if these fixers are fixed maybe in the middle of the season, whereas before the first phase comes to an end like this, things are going to move in a uniform way. But other teams have already finished their games and others are still playing. Do you think this one will not bring the other issue of maybe match fixing?
Yeah, sometimes that's one big thing that happens. Of course, you'll be expecting such things to happen, but sometimes I think FUFA is overwhelmed with resulting and, of course, trying to draw things here, because the department that is supposed to liaise for football management and football assessing all these things is a different department. But there are a lot of people in FUFA House that do a lot of things that probably come every day and now. Okay, all in all, that's one big thing, but we're expecting games to conclude probably this week. By around 19th, you will be expecting games to conclude, and the second round resume by 1st of February. They will be resuming according to what is there. So we still left some days to see how things go on. But all in all, does that mean things are going on well? Does that mean, because this is Gaddafi, Gaddafi has just, that is their second loss. One to Nduparaka, the other one to Blacks Power. So Gaddafi seems to be flying very high. They still have a game at hand.
Yeah, truly Gaddafi is one team, though they did not start the season very well, but at the end of the season, in the middle, and also coming to the end of the first phase of the season, we have seen them flying with the positive number of points. That's where we are seeing them sitting second on the log with still a game at hand. I think right now, normally when the first phase comes to an end like this, second phase is always a competitive phase full of determination. Right now, you look at the position where they are sitting right now, I think they are very determined that they can at the end be able to make it to StarTimes Uganda Premier League. Being fresh from the league, because they were relegated last season, they feel they can be able to go back. And this one normally comes, you judge yourself based on how you finish after the first phase like this. Now they are finished somewhere in a very good position. I think they are one of the teams that are favorites of earning the promotion. But this is African football, whereby anything can happen. And you look at how the big league is going on. One defeat drops you down and one win takes you up. So it will depend on how they will be able to perform in the second phase of the season. If they can be able to continue with the brilliant performances in terms of the consistency, I think they're also one of the good sides to go.
During the weekend, we did see a very big one last week, where, of course, young Ugandan player and West Nile, Alan Oyiruth, departed the country to probably get to United States of America for what is called some interesting juicy deal. Now, yesterday, in fact, this morning today, he had to jet in and go for his thing. Oyiruth is expected to join the new teammates in that is the New England Revolution that is coming right there, where of course he signed 3 years with an option of extension that will be coming, and he left Entebbe today via that is the Turkish airline to see that he gets himself there. But now Ugandans getting deals abroad means very big. Oyiruth is a West Nile, very, very outstanding. He leaves the country to go India now. Of course, very many players are accompanied. Manager Patrick was one of them, Herbert Angura, and of course other officials from that is Festo Web Management. Remember, these are how do they call them? We call them agents who do in there. So good one for him, Alan.
True. Or if you take a look at the players from, let me say, Uganda at large, I think they have that bond with the teams that are from MLS. More especially the team called New England Revolution. We talk about New York Red Bulls. These are teams that are having that connection when it comes to picking players from Uganda. And these players, once they go there, for them they don't go down. They don't sit down like how the other players that have gone to the other countries, other leagues, they are doing. At least for them, they have always been performing. I think Alan Oyiruth, he has tried. I think he has been playing for Muscolet, right?
Yeah.
He has been signing, and one of the few games he played for Uganda Cranes, he has also been signing for the country. Once you perform very well in the family, of course, it paves way for you other communities. So this perspective, I am looking at New England Revolution as a new community for based on how he has been performing on the home soil. I think a good one for him, and we will be following him how he is going to be performing.
Obviously, we'll be following him closely.
In the footsteps of how the other previous players have been.
Names like Sekaja, who is a Red Bull coach right now, the Ugandan veteran striker. But all in all, 23rd January is when he will be starting his official contract reading, and he's just 18. He will be making 18 years, so that's when his official contract will be. And this comes very big MLS season 2028. He will be able to play. That means it's going to be a long-term over, of course, transition for him and plays in there. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more.